Ahoy and welcome everybody. Welcome to Horizons Call, our multi-year ongoing nautical 5E campaign. I am Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I am your GM and your GC. I am your guiding compass, which is the GC, and your game master for this game as we navigate the treacherous seas of Damaris and beyond. I'm joined as always by these very lovely individuals for this stream. I want to have them say more about themselves and their characters. But before that, I do want to say that this is a Sword and Key stream. You can find all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. Find all of our links one neat, nice place. If you are looking right up at the top, it's going to have Twitch. If you're watching this live, hey, you're already there. You did it. Good job. If you are scrolling past that, you're going to see links to our Discord, which is our best place for our community. You're more than welcome. Please join. Talk about cool games like this with cool people like us. Below that, you can also see BlueSky and Instagram, which are our primary socials. And scroll down more than that, you can also see YouTube, where we post all of our older episodes, and then a couple other ways to reach out to us. You can also see links to some of our charitable organizations. This game in particular plays in support of Feeding America. You can donate at any time to that charity to impact whatever our next game is, or donate while we're playing to impact the game that we're currently playing with some incentives. So check that out. The link is on our socials. It's in chat. It's also, again, on the beacons. There's a number of other organizations that we're in support of. Throughout Pride Month, we have a number of games that are playing in support of the Trans-Latina Coalition, the second A in Latina being the @ sign. So check that out, too, if you want to donate towards our monthly cause. Horizons Call plays beyond that. And so we have a dedicated cause aside from that. But there are many games, like I said, playing in support of the Trans-Latina Coalition. So please check them out. And scroll down more than that, you can see some of our discount codes. We have a number of wonderful affiliates. I highly recommend Hit Point Press for any of your TTRPG needs, whether that be books, cards, plush, comics, miniatures, music. They've got it all. Use our affiliate link if you're going to be buying anything from them. If you are looking for a custom mini for your character, no matter how weird and wild or normal and mild they might be, check out Eldritch Foundry, and when you do, use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase there. Or if you're doing 3D printing, use our affiliate link. That's going to get you a 3-month subscription for only $19.99, and that will get you unlimited STL files that you can print from. If you were looking for your perfect dice set, check out Long Dog Dice. Jenn, who's joining us for this game, is the incredible person behind Long Dog Dice. I love my set of Long Dog Dice. I have the Horizons Call, the official Horizons Call set with the Sword and Key logo there on the D6. They are a beautiful, vibrant shade of blue, and you can pre-order a set of those for yourselves, or pre-order any of the sets that have been made for the characters for this game. Or you can get a dice set that fits your character best, because there are plenty of dice sets available, and not just dice, also dice fidgets. There's D20 fidgets that have a wonderful crunch to them as you squish them and are perfectly usable as a jumbo D20 as well. There's clothing now, which you can get custom to your D&D character, and I believe glassware is either available or available it's available now. Yeah. Okay, so check out all of that on Long Dog Dice. Again, code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. If you are getting your perfect cup of tea, check out Friday Afternoon Tea. It's the gayest tea shop in the Pacific Northwest. We have the official Sword and Tea, which Eva and I helped create, but Friday has hundreds of tea blends available. You really can't go wrong, and you're going to find something you like. When you do, I'm going to borrow a friend's code for this one. Use code TheLadyDame for 10% off your order. All that said, that's all of Sword and Key stuff. Beacons.ai/Sword and Key for all of that. Let's go ahead and go around, have these lovely people say more about themselves. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hello, everybody, and my name is Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and I would like to say Jenn. I already had mine in my hand. I didn't grab for it. I was already fidgeting with it. I play Acacia, who uses she, her pronouns, your amazing Lord Centaur Star Druid who is tired of this shit already.
Yep. You're almost through the proverbial oceanic woods. Maybe. We'll find out.
Are we?
Yeah, that's more up to you than me at this point.
The next session title says otherwise.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
Eva.
Is that just a kelp forest? Anyway, hi. I'm Eva. My pronouns are she, her. The voice between Winnie and I is getting closer and closer as I can't distinguish them any further. Today I am playing Winnie. Also she, her, your alchemical artificer. Sea elf. Some order. of that, who is joined by her little mechanical were-shark homunculus, little Jeffrey.
Wonderful. Special thank you to Eva for running production for this game. Mary and Kayla often run production as well, so thank you to them. And then next up we have Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus. He, him pronouns also. He is your Triton Battle Master fighter, and my voice is getting very similar also. There are times where I do stuff and I'm like, oh, that's Proximus. So, yeah.
Oh, that character bleed needs a little bit of gauze, but that's okay.
After 5 years of this?
Yeah, that's that, you know, it's at a certain
Four
point.
or five?
At a certain point, the Venn diagram's a circle, right? Special thank you to Mikyl for the incredible artwork that you see on all of our promotional materials and also on the screen. Next up, we have Kayla.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shorts, who also uses she, her pronouns, and is ready to not be in the depths of water hell.
Yeah, that's fair. That the sequel to Waterworld was really didn't take off. Water hell. Yeah, you know, it could be worse. You've literally been to water hell. You all were fine. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I play Kallista, the Tiefling Tempest Cleric. We both have she, her pronouns, so we're both having a bad time in very different ways.
Jenn, I really appreciate you being here despite nature deciding to absolutely ruin your voice.
It's fine.
You're doing great.
Thanks.
Well, I'll actually leave that up to you. I could say that about Kallista, but I think that would be a lie too.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So for this week, who has the recap? Is that you, Eva?
Whose turn is it?
It was Eva's because Eva and Jen switched.
Oh, we didn't switch. I just doubled up and then Eva was supposed to pick it back up, but I didn't remind anybody like I was going to.
There was
That's
a fight, some swindling, and more fighting.
Yeah, so just picture Willem Dafoe, like on the ocean floor, arms out. There was a water fight.
Yeah, that's...
Yep. There were infernal kraken, and they were not pleased to see us. Scarlett was in jail. We didn't have most of our stuff. Acacia had her stuff, though, which was really neat because it just slurps into her octopus or whatever creature she turns into body. McDonald's fries. So she had her daggers and some other stuff when she slurped back into centaur form. We have not discussed, I think, the transformation of wild shape recently, so I can't remember if it is actually like a magical like girl effect where it's like a sparkle situation, or if it's like a hideous bone cracking like werewolf transformation, or both. And now I'm upset thinking about that. Anyway, there was fighting and my notes got real dodgy because but there were some really cool effects. Everybody was very effective, even our Tempest Cleric. Then Scarlett talked a Triton into having an existential crisis, sort of doing a reverse mind meld thing and being like, hey, everything you thought you knew about the world, wrong. So ruined his life. But she met up with some of Nivea, I think is her name. Nivea's I don't want to call them turncoats. What's the proper term for them? Revolutionary?
You call them revolutionaries, rebels. Yeah. Insurgents.
Yeah, insurgents. Some of her revolutionary insurgent cohort. And managed to snatch up our stuff and teleport into the fight with us. So some of us got our stuff back. Some of us just didn't want to get in the way of such things. And we ended up taking out 3 of them. And Dominar was very upset because she didn't get any kills. So I think it's on site between her and specifically Scarlett. We'll see how that goes. I honestly think that's about... We wrapped up. It was 99% the fight.
It was a lot of fight.
Yeah.
A lot of fight, a little bit of chat, but you all survived all the same. Fantastic. Please enjoy that point of inspiration.
I can't wait to forget that I have it. Thank you.
It has something on your character sheet where you can mark it.
Sure does.
Okay. All right. Let's jump into things. So, you all have gathered up all of your things that were collected by the rebels. Scarlett met 3 rebel Tritons, part of the resistance movement against Paimon and what they believe to be Eula Saltsmile, the Queen Mother who has returned to the Nalos after generations of being absent. Essentially never being present, which was a point that Scarlett brought up to the guard that she was talking to, a guard named Desmo. The 3 Nalos that have assisted you and have also assisted you in opening the great black mithril gates that would have otherwise kept you in this death pit with even more kraken eggs was Eupraxia, Chrysimos, and Ammoni. And again, I can type their names in chat here if you didn't get them last time. So we can pick up just in the death pit. You all were essentially teleported here by Paimon. Scarlett joined you. So you have 3 dead, infernally charged Kraken spawn. Just beyond, through a portal of sorts, not like to a different place, but just like a cave. Further in, you can see that there are even more Kraken eggs that still lie in stasis. There's a soft kind of bluish green glow that is coming, that's almost emanating bioluminescently from the eggs themselves. They don't necessarily, from where you are, seem active. You don't see any more tentacles reaching out of that cave entrance, but you have all of your things. You can either leave or you can go further in or do something else. But with that information, what would you all like to do?
I'd like to inspect said quote-unquote wildlife, dead wildlife, eggs, etc.
I'd
Okay.
like to harvest from the Kraken.
Okay.
Of course.
Let's start with Acacia. So nature, survival, or... Well, nature, survival, arcana, or even medicine, I would say, would be the 4 that you'd be looking for. For Winnie, while Acacia does that, think about what you're trying to harvest, and let's go from there. But Mary, once you got a roll, let me know what that is.
I've got a 19 on the die for a plus and a +9 for survival.
For survival. Okay. So looking at this area, you can see that this is, and very few people have seen a Kraken hatchery. So there's not a lot known about them. You might be one of the only living people who has survived seeing a Kraken hatchery. This one does seem intentional. It seems like this part of the cave was bored out by some great creature, and it's very easy to piece together that probably was Eula laying these eggs down here in her Kraken mother form. As you are looking at the
Terrifying.
As you were looking at the infernally charged Kraken corpses, you can see that, again, they are covered in these like thorny spikes all about their bodies. They look more uniform together. It's not that they're one-to-one. They're not clones of each other, but the infernal energy still emanates from them, where the water just sizzles just a little bit where it touches their fishy flesh.
They're siblings, not clones.
Yes, siblings in the sense that they were all hatched from similar eggs and all given the same infernal power. Their tentacles all have very large hooks coming out of the suckers. They have teeth inside of these beaks, a secondary mouth, which would reach out. Several eyes that line the mantle as well, and they, like I said, they give off like this kind of sickening energy to them. There are three of them. They all do have different numbers of tentacles, which is something that you do note. The other thing that you note is further into the cave, swimming over there, you can see, at first, seems like dozens until you realize that the cave actually has a secondary part and you see hundreds. There are hundreds of kraken eggs in here. All of them are about the size of... God, what's a good comparison for that?
My next question was, how big are they?
Yeah. Each of the eggs is, we could say it takes up a 10-foot space. So they are spherical in nature, and they are about 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet. Yeah. So like one of those big like hamster ball things that people kind of like move around in. It's like those. They're semi-transparent where you can see that there's something inside of each of them. And again, they are each giving off this bluish green glow. They're all tethered to the ground by what appears to be some sort of bioorganic sort of tether that allows them to kind of bob somewhat in the water. And like I said, there's a secondary cave further down where you can see them illuminated further. None of them seem to be hatching. None of them seem to have active movement to them. And you can see that there are three almost deflated egg sets closer to the front that indicate the three that have recently hatched. And Paimon did indicate that he had to put a lot of power into releasing those three. That's not his deal. It seems like something that Eula left as a contingency, and he had to take some time just to get those three released. All the same, he was able to release three of them. So, with that in mind.
Hey, y'all, this is a lot of eggs. A lot of eggs.
I'm sorry if you said it and I did not register. This area that has the eggs in it, knowing that it extends further, like approximate size of the space?
The space itself, I mean, we're talking
be
hundreds of feet.
huge.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not all a single level. Like it seems to be almost cavernous to where there's ledges to it. So some of the eggs are up a little bit higher than others, some lower than others. And then it's like, this wasn't carved out by hands that made this a room fit for humanoid beings. This was forcefully carved out by a gargantuan, demon kraken queen, essentially. Not demon in the specific mechanical sense, but a hell beast of sorts. So tentacles ripping away at the stone to carve this place out.
So big enough that not even my bad idea is gonna cover it. 100-foot radius is not gonna cover enough space in here.
We could try and seal it.
Yeah, that's gonna be the secondary thought.
Shit. I think we need to figure out how to do with this after the next pressing issue.
Oh, go ahead. Can I check the bioluminescent tether?
Yeah. Medicine, survival, arcana, or nature.
Okay. Those are all -1 for me. All right. Well, -1 modifier. Yeah, natural 1, -1. There you go.
Okay. Dominaria steps in front of you. What are you doing? Get out of here! Like
Right.
Walk the other way. Let the smart people handle this, okay? Not your purview.
Hey, don't you talk to him like that.
I will hit you.
He's very
I
sorry.
imagine,
Fucking hit me then.
her slapping
That
my
is
hand.
not nice.
Listen, you roll a 0, Dominaria yells at you.
If we
That is
want,
fair.
I can temporarily close this off, but it's not gonna last. And even then, the temporary is, if someone's super smart, they're going to see right through it.
That doesn't really seem worth the energy then.
Well, it's a tactile illusion.
But I mean, like, they're not gonna be hatching anytime soon, are they?
It was more so to keep other people out. While we handle the problem down here.
I mean, we could sleep on it. Generally speaking. I would like to poke around the bodies and try to carefully harvest the
Cracking
beak,
bits.
the kraken bits, like beaks, eyes, the hooks.
Okay.
If they seem unusual, like the suckers and stuff, but mostly the like, especially the stuff that sets them apart from like regular kraken.
Do they have ink?
Yeah, ink sacs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, they did one of them used an ink sac.
I'm treating them like
okay.
weird squid.
Why don't you roll either medicine or sleight of hand?
That'll be a sleight of hand, but one brief moment, I need to rescue the bird.
Because yes, they do have ink sacs, they do have multiple eyes, they do have the hooks. I mean, kraken themselves are magical beasts, all things told, but these are supercharged in a way.
Sleight of hand.
Some aftermarket.
That's a 12. 28? 28.
Okay. Okay, so how long do you want to spend doing all of this?
I don't want to hold everyone else up, but if are like investigating the like I'd be doing that while Acacia's checking out the egg cavern and Proximus is tugging on the umbilicus and stuff.
I'm
Whatever
gonna
he's doing
say
with that.
yeah, roll that high. You're able to get all 3 beaks. You were able to get 12 eyes, and you were able to get, what would that be? 44 hooks.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, and sleight
Do
of
I
hand,
get a
surgically
bonus
removing
for
them.
being a hook?
No,
Okay. Had to ask.
you don't. You rolled a 28. You don't need it.
And can I get at least the one ink sac?
Oh yeah, no, you can get. So one of them did expel its ink. It did not have enough time to produce more, so you were able to get 2 ink sacs out of it, and they do have a poisonous quality to the ink.
I will put them in the bag of holding carefully. In a little sack if I have one. I have one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, chances are you have your
to keep them together in the bag of holding. It
yeah,
doesn't
you
really
have your
matter,
bandolier. You have plenty of places to store things. I assume that little Jeffrey pulls out like a gallon-sized Ziploc. Okay. So you have the 3 Tritons that freed you. They are waiting, swimming by the opened mithril doors. One of them is kind of keeping an eye out. You're not sure exactly where you are in the greater scheme of the Nalos Empire right now, but you can reason that you're not too far if they were able to free Scarlett and then come and rescue you all shortly thereafter. And then yes, you do have all of the eggs here. So what's the game plan?
Acacia asks Proxy, what's the game plan?
First of all, we need to get back as soon as we can. They want me. More than, I mean, this is a punishment for me, meant for me.
For the time being, I think Paimon is arrogant enough to believe that this was enough to kill us. He will notice Scarlett is missing. That might prompt him to come look here. But I do think we have some time.
I was gonna ask if he really thought we wouldn't get out of this.
I think he is that full of himself to think that this little show was going to be enough, taking away weapons and so on. He'll figure out eventually. But I don't think he's going to be immediately checking.
Right.
Or he'd probably be here. But, Proximus, say everything goes well. What do you think the Triton, the Nalos, would do with... Like, would these be a problem for them? Or do you think they would take care of this egg Kraken situation? Or, like, would they cohabitate?
I think this is proof that of what we know about not only Paimon, but of Eula. These would not be here if they were the sacred protector of the Tritons.
You don't think that there would be, like, oh, it's the sacred progeny of Eula?
She saved, the legend goes, is she saved them. She saved the Tritons from the Krakens, not the other way
Oh,
around.
heck, you're right. Yeah.
So there is this would show that not only Paimon is involved, but that Eula was never what she projected herself to be, to my people at least.
So best we leave them for them, probably, huh?
At least for
Just
now.
for now, yeah. I don't think. My thought is, I'm not doing well, and it doesn't seem like we have the resources to deal with any more of these Krakens if they hatch.
In the meantime, we just lock the door again, I guess?
I mean, we teleported in, right?
Right.
But we
Yeah, but they
res-
opened the door for us, right, Derek?
Correct.
Yeah.
So we reseal it. It's evidence for later that we can point at if people have a hard time believing us. When people have a
When
hard time
they have-
believing
yes.
us. Maybe for now it is worth gathering back up with Nivea and whoever else she's managed to pull together and seeing what we're working with.
That's a good idea, though. Do we want to gather an egg for later?
No.
Just in
Those
case?
things are massive.
Winnie.
Well, yeah,
no.
but we make it little first.
I don't know who Derek is, but I watched him smile on the camera, so no.
That's-
Oh, that
That
seems
was
like
less
a
of a smile, more of
problem.
a. That was an. No, I would say it's less of a smile, more of an active, repulsion to that idea. Because even me sitting here going like, "Oh God, that's way too mean."
I'm
Derek-
just presenting it to the group, wondering if anyone thinks it's a good idea while we're here. I'm not saying I'm going to do it when everyone's back is turned.
I'm going to venture a guess that if we're trying to convince people and we just produce a Kraken egg, we look like the Kraken problem.
Well, they wouldn't know we had it.
Okay,
I'm
so
not
then
saying
why
we
do
pull it out now.
Yes. What
Please
is
don't pull it out now.
Okay.
Answer, I still
Like
think the answer
later.
should be
Ashley's
no.
here. Calm down. I
Hey, would you like to see my Kraken? Anyway.
Is that what you call it?
Anyway.
Anyway, yes. Derek, I'd like to look
No.
at one of the folks that one of the Tritons that freed Scarlett and
Yeah.
opened the doors. What do the Triton here think is behind this door?
Oh,
So again, you have 3 Tritons there. two are friend presenting. One is an older mask presenting one, who has one of his eyes covered by. It's a like long-standing eye patch. This isn't like a recent wound or anything, but also by his garb, you might infer that he is some sort of smith. There seems to be like the tools are not the same, but one of the younger femme ones. Most Tritons are not aware of this place. We discovered it when friends and family of ours were disappeared, and we had to take some steps to track down. We experimented a little bit, and we placed a type of tracing magic on one of our friends who was taken and brought behind this door. To be honest, we had never opened this door until this point. And I think it is only because there is a sort of overconfidence. The gods were taken from this place. It is typically protected, but we felt it was important to see what was on the other side in the hopes that it was all of you, and we were correct.
Is this area out of the way where hopefully people will not randomly walk upon it if we leave it as is for now?
It is the hope for now. As far as I am aware, these gates are only opened in rare occasions. For the most part, it is the teleportation circle that exists in the throne room. It is what our scouts have told us. But even they have, well, they aren't around to scout anymore.
I'll turn to the rest of the group. Do you want me to hide the door for them in the meantime?
I think the longer we make it look like nothing has changed, the longer
better.
we have to make plans and make moves.
To be clear, have we shown, like, our new Nalos friends, can they see the eggs? Like, or are we, like, talking to them through a door? Because
They're standing in the doorway. I mean, like, these, again, these are, I think, like, the Rancor pit is kind of what I have in mind.
That's sort of what I've been thinking, too. So, like...
Yeah. So they are on the other side of what is maybe like a 10 by 10, sort of like large mithril. Like this is forged mithril, solid black mithril doors. So they are standing on the threshold of them.
Wow.
No, this
you
is
like
I mean,
rich. Okay, I get it.
well, okay. So to point out one of Mykyl's many cultural touchstones, this is Wakanda. And this is vibranium. So
Yeah. No, I get it. Trust.
yeah,
Day
like,
one.
You know, we're all there. Like,
Okay, well,
we've got a little bit of Namor, a little bit of Boba Fett.
why don't maybe if one of you wants to like hold the door or something, I would get that. But like, why don't you just come in here for just like a little second, and maybe see what's going on in here?
This woman, to your question, they can see like the cavern
Okay.
beyond. They can see that, and I mean they can see the dead infernal kraken as well. And there is,
Yeah.
I mean, no insight check needed. You can see that they are doing their best to hold it together. But
Okay,
these
good.
people
I was
aren't like, they also aren't overly surprised by this sort of information because
Sure.
they've already part of the insurrection. They're already on board. There may not be in the same sentence, but they're at least on the same page.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I was just like, they're right
thing is
here.
that-
They should like
Right.
see the.
We need you to tell them. We need you to witness what is going on here. These are the things that need to be shared with our people.
Yes, we have done what we can, but we also need to make it very clear that the more the word spreads, the more that Paimon seeks to, cut off the heads of the many snakes. We spread the word, and they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and then Paimon kills those two friends and kills the other two friends, and at a certain point we are left with fewer members than we began with.
I think it will be important to have people that didn't just come in from the outside. Once we're able to put enough cracks in place. You do not need to risk yourselves right now. But it will be good that people other than us saw this when the time comes.
Yes. We will try to pass this information along to those that already are questioning, and we will do our best to sway those who are less filled with doubt.
I look at mostly our aquatic-minded party members, so Winnie, Scarlett, and Proximus. Do any of you know what the hatching conditions are for a kraken? Because I'm worried leaving them here.
I mean, this is a pretty high roll, but if you wanted to see if maybe at some point, like Winnie, maybe history,
Thank
maybe arcana, maybe nature.
Mm.
I think those would probably be the three.
It's the same for me. I really want to do history, but I think for Winnie, arcana makes a little more sense.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're looking for like, I'm gonna set this like a DC 28. This is a because kraken are elusive, dangerous, like rarer than they used to be, rarer than they are now.
Just so
but even then,
don't forget it. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my inspiration now and re-roll that.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you a cosmic omen wheel to add a 1d6.
Okay, I'm still gonna re-roll it, but I will add that d6. 17. It's 28. And then 32.
nice.
Damn, girl.
Thank you.
And
She has a
what
plus
skill
11.
did you use?
Arcana.
Okay, so knowing what you do about some magical creatures and trying to recall what you have heard about when you went to Sea Elf Community College or technical school
or just listening, trying not to listen to Rollin. Like,
yeah, even Rollin, like
info dump.
I don't think that this was really his purview.
Oh.
Because again, Kraken, super elusive, super dangerous, super big, and there's a level of like legend to them where you're not even sure if the person writing it down is doing the thing that like medieval quote unquote biologists used to do, where they're like, unicorns are a thing, they're just like pandas, and you're like, okay, neither of those exist, shut up. So what you have picked up is that when two krakens love each other very much, when two krakens hate each other very much, they will create massive storms and deadly whirlpools and will essentially make part of the sea unpassable for a long period of time. When that time has passed, and one of those kraken may still be alive, it will find a secluded place that it can typically protect, and it will lay its clutch. That clutch can be anywhere from 20 to 100 eggs is typically what is kind of the numbers that is tossed around. Kraken eggs can lie in stasis for hundreds of years. Typically, to awaken them, they need some sort of magical charge, whether that be, typically for Kraken, it's electrical. Most Kraken do have like a level of lightning that they can generate, and they will use that to charge the eggs and allow them to hatch. Sometimes they will do this to progenate. Sometimes they will do this because they're hungry. So that's kind of like, as you're looking at this and you don't know what extra stuff Eula might be able to do or has done. But yeah, typically if more Kraken hatch, if more than one Kraken hatches at once, the two will compete against each other, and there will be typically one left, if even that. So they typically hatch one at a time. But it does require, again, some sort of magical energy charge being placed into them for them to awaken.
I will. As I'm sure you all know, Krakens, once they lay their eggs, those eggs can lay in stasis for hundreds of years and usually need some sort of, like, pretty good magical charge to awaken.
Okay.
Usually electrical, like lightning or whatever, but, like, doesn't have to be.
Cool.
Yeah. I will just, my own info dump on all of that.
Okay. So they might be okay here unless someone knows how to do it. They're not going to just randomly hatch on us.
What are the odds of some sort of magical EMP going off?
Everyone looks at Kallista.
I'm ready to leave, so
Agreed.
I think we're good there. I do have a... When we get to a point that if we need to destroy all of this, I have an option, but I do not think it is good for right now.
Yeah, okay.
Terrifying.
So that's a no on keeping a baby Kraken, what I'm hearing.
No.
I do not know much about Krakens, but I have not really heard anything good about their ability to be domesticated. So I would also vote no.
Wait, I don't know why I'm asking you guys. Just kidding. While we have a second, Winnie's going to pull out her cell phone and send a sending to her girlfriend. Hey B, it's Winnie. Are you interested in Kraken conservation? Could bring... this is not part of the sending. Hey guys, how much do you think those things weigh? It's important.
Probably close to my weight, and I'm over 1,000 pounds.
Also have... Okay.
Those are as big as me, Winnie.
Yeah, I know, but if you shrink it... Okay. One infernal Kraken egg home. Love you, bye. That's all one word, and it's spelled by B-A-I.
That's okay. You still had 5 words left, so.
Thank you. I thought so, but I switched hands, so I was like, well.
You get a response almost immediately, and there's panic to your voice. Winnie, that's really not funny. Jokes like that are really not okay. Kraken can't be... They don't need to be conserved. There's already way too many of them. They're a problem. Don't contribute to it.
Thank you, B.
Bye.
Thank you.
I have to look up the technicalities of one of my magic items.
Oh my god, they are an invasive species.
That's so funny.
I hate
and
this
also
entire
hideous.
conversation.
They're not only an invasive species, they also, because there's more ocean now, have benefited from the concept that animals get bigger in the deep parts of the ocean.
They're
so
goldfish.
Kraken are, yeah,
Nope.
well, it's koi. Hydromegalania or something like that. It's the concept that like the deeper part of the ocean led like more space, animal get bigger, and Kraken are like, yeah, bet. Bigger. So Kraken aren't even gargantuan anymore. They're colossal.
Callista's
Next
gonna
size
unlock
category
new
up.
fears. Good.
Okay, then while we
I'm
discuss
gonna
next
leave.
steps, Winnie is going to...
Welcome to my home.
Winnie's going to
Everybody
do a
gets their
visual...
own pet Kraken while they're here and
Please
visiting.
take your shoes off when you come inside the house.
Looks at hooves.
Yeah.
It's like that's like coming into somebody's home and like, oh, I'm sorry, my roommate's cat laid a bunch of eggs. Don't worry, they're going to hatch and breathe fire all over the place. I'm sorry I didn't pick up before.
Yeah. Bunch of face huggers in a room.
Yeah. I keep saying we don't have xenomorphs on the lease, but they keep just bringing them in.
Winnie is going to stand in the room for just a moment and take like a visual snapshot of the nest den, whatever. This is not mechanical, but just for keen mind later, she wants to sketch this all out.
And remember, these are not regular krakens.
That's why I had to ask. They're subspecies.
They're basically demigods, aren't they?
My understanding is that all these Kraken, these are all normal. Only the 3 that hatched were infernal. They were infernal because Paimon did his charge
thank
bullshit.
Christ.
So they're all normal
Good
until Paimon gets his hands on them.
Yes. Paimon does not have electrical energy. He has
Right.
infernal energy. He used those to
That
wake
makes
up. He
sense.
used that power to wake up those 3.
Bless.
The rest of them, yes, are direct descendants of the demigoddess of Krakens, the Great Unbeheld. Which, I mean,
Not nothing.
yeah,
Its own problem.
yeah, it's like hundreds of Kraken Jesuses.
No.
Who
I
did
hate this.
she hate so much that she had?
Everyone.
Yeah,
She hated
thank you,
everyone.
Michael. Yes.
No, I know, but like, who's their father is who I'm asking.
She don't need
Everyone.
one. She's
That's
strong,
even
she's
worse.
strong, independent Kraken. Don't need no man.
Oh god.
She's Godzilla from the Matthew Broderick one.
From Oh, that took me a minute.
Are you hearing the soundtrack in your head? Because I sure am.
Yes, sure am.
Uh,
I need to gather my gear, so I'm going to
Yeah.
give Acacia back her sword.
Thank you.
No, thank
also
you.
get my dagger back from
Yeah, Dominaria gives that back.
Yeah, to be clear, I will also grab my stuff. I probably did that.
Yeah, Kallista grabbed her shield immediately, and once it was clear, this conversation was like, she was better when the door opened, and now we've still been in here too long, and she's like, I'm starting
Gotta
to
go,
lose it
gotta
again.
go.
So she's making her way. She's already making her way out, so she can kind of get an idea of like what kind of hallway situation we've got going on.
Walking fast, faces
Okay.
pass.
Are we meeting Nivea somewhere? Or like, where are we going? Are we going to your actual house? Have an actual house? It doesn't feel like a cultural thing that you would have.
Are you talking to Proximus?
Derek,
Yeah.
Did Proximus have a home?
My presumption was that to be an arbiter meant that you were like active duty. You were in the barracks.
Oh yeah.
Like this is Spartan culture to a certain point,
Mhm.
where if you are, out of the military service, or if you are, too old, too young, too infirm, not strong enough, whatever, that's when you're going to be one of the smiths or potters or masons or whatever else. But those who are in service, I mean,
Very
they're in the
communal.
barracks. Yeah,
Right.
that's where you saw that Nivea was staying, since she's still in service. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend taking them back to the barracks.
Barracks party.
Yeah, just what's up, guys? I'm back. These are my buds. We're here to, I don't know, like
Where's
it's a mess
that
around here.
keg?
Yeah. You know how you all like swore an oath? I learned. Fuck that.
Yeah. So where should we go?
It's
The
your
older-
house.
The older
Uh,
Triton
Yeah.
pipes up. We do have a place where you all can hopefully hide. I believe that's where Nivea was taking you in the first place. This time we will try to be a little quieter than last time.
Everyone looks at Kallista.
Yeah.
It is okay.
It is
Oh,
not
God.
far, and it is now a time when most Nelos are asleep. It should be easier than it was.
Let us get out of here quickly.
Callista, if you stick close to me, like super close, we can be very quiet together.
Sure.
Okay. I am going to cast Onder's Silent Sanctum again.
Ooh.
Which is just a minute concentration cantrip, an invisible bubble of energy, 5-foot emanation. It muffles sound in both directions. Creatures outside of it have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks made to hear any sounds inside the emanation. Inside, creatures have disadvantage on perception checks made to hear sounds outside the emanation.
That's dope as hell.
It is.
Yeah.
In addition, creatures have advantage on saving throws against effects that require them to hear a sound from the other side of the emanation, such as the command spell. So I would like to just concentrate on that and then keep it up as far as we're going.
Who needs
So-
Pass Without a Trace?
I was going to cast it just in case, since it's just Winnie. Pass Without a Trace will also be activated now.
Great. So let's go ahead and do a group stealth. So if you want to roll that, add what is Pass Without Trace? Is it plus 10?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, yes. And then any other bonuses you might have, please.
30, 20... Oh, wait. I don't know what my actual modifier is. 26 for Winnie.
28.
23 for Proximus.
And that's it. 28.
1d6
23.
for Scarlett.
Huh?
24.
Oh my
It is
Well done.
possible.
You love to see it.
All right, divided
So
by
proud of her.
5. All right, that is an average of 25.4.
Dope.
Will never
So-
happen again.
Yeah, right.
That's where all your banked advantages will go to.
Just stealth
Feature
checks.
stealth
Yeah, the rest of forever. That's just what they're for.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. Your long dog dice will never roll well again. Jen just used up all that energy that she puts into them, just sapped it right out. You all are able to follow with the 3 Tritons as you swim out of these tunnels. The tunnels are narrowed, whereas you were kind of in a somewhat larger hall as the doors open. It doesn't seem like this is a well-traversed place, and as you make it to the peak, the apex of this tunnel, a large rock is moved, similar to the secret entrance that you passed through with Nivea, and you come to realize that this probably is not a well-known location, that this is probably an intentional secret held originally by Eula, not meant to be found by Tritons, but it seems that Paimon did discover it. As the rock is moved off to the side and then replaced as you all move past, you swim on the outskirts of the Nalos kingdom. I use kingdom and empire interchangeably. I guess it's technically neither. But the city, at least. And again, there are these towering stone spires that almost act as, like, if there was sky, they would be skyscrapers. And where you would see this bioluminescent light all around, these pinks and greens and blues and purples, things that would almost give the feeling of a cyberpunk sort of city in this deep, dark, oceanic environment. You all stay out of that light. And you traverse to the further end of the outskirts of that civilization, where there is what you might consider a cave, although it seems a little more honed on the outside. There is an open entrance, and Ammonai gestures for all of you to enter. The 2 other Tritons swim in first. And upon entering, you see that there is a smithy. You can see that there are what is the closest thing to I just had the word crucible. There's a heat vent down in the deep part of the ocean here. And so the water is significantly warmer once you pass through this entrance. You can see that there are armor and weapons scattered all about in an orderly fashion, I should note. And Ammonai gestures to a back entrance that does have a closed door. It is made of like this cobbled together kind of coral, and as he pushes it aside, you see a room that is, I'm gonna say, probably like 40 feet long, maybe 30 feet wide, and it has these stacks and stacks, almost like pallets of black mithril ingots. This is 3 treasures worth on the surface of black mithril in this room. This metal will deafen much of the noise that you all can make, allowing you to have conversations. This is a place where we hold our meetings, and no one comes here. I deliver weapons elsewhere. I am left to do my work. You all, ideally, should be left alone here for as long as you need. I will send word to Nivea to meet you here, but I believe that now you all should get some rest.
Thank you.
And he nods and leaves. He puts the coral door back over, and there's a level of camouflage to it, although you could also reason that it's very clearly a door. And you all are left in darkness. And it's kind of sensory depriving in a way, as the sound is also muffled by the water, muffled further by the black mithril around you. It's completely dark in here. There is no source of light unless any of you generate one. Yeah.
I'm going to turn on little Jeffrey for dim lighting, because he's got the gem of brightness. That's
His headlight eyes, isn't it?
That would be very funny. It is canonically built into his chest, I think, in the art.
Okay.
No, it's got a little arc reactor. Although I do like the eyes, because then you can tell if he's looking right at you.
Yeah. That's just regular light. That's not his gem of brightness light. And I will and I am going to drop the sanctum, because I feel like that's somehow even more concerning on top of the already deafening situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyone, I'm turning on a light, so close your eyes. Go, little Jeffrey, gem of brightness.
It flashes on, and he goes, "Imagination!" And he taps his chest in it.
I do like to imagine it is like a touch lamp.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. It can be brighter if we want. It just seemed rude to like blast.
Should I do disco mode?
Not
No.
right now, buddy. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Skrillex?
Not right now, thank you.
All right.
Well, I guess I'm speaking for everyone. Does anyone want Skrillex?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so, but
Sorry, Krillex. I'm so sorry. There it was.
You're right.
I
you're
knew there was something there.
Okay.
there. Yeah. Brain had to catch up. I apologize for the delay.
also, I'm sorry. There is no dim light setting. It is bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. So
Okay. Well, you can illuminate the space.
Yeah.
You don't see any light like coming from the doorway where Em and I left you. There's no. I mean, maybe this is the other thing. There's no other clear entrance or exit besides the one that you just came into. So, with
Does
that
it
in mind as well.
look like we can open it though, right? If we really
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah. You're not locked in by
Yeah.
any means, but
Changes things drastically.
Yes, it does. There's no like windows or anything we got to worry about.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good for the light, bad for Kallista. Okay, this is good. This is so good.
So great. Oh wait, how big is this room?
I think I said 40 by 30. Or I guess
Okay,
30
so I'm
by
okay.
40.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you have enough room to move around. The stacks of mithril ingots, I mean, they go up about 15 feet high in some places. They're not like all lined up against one wall. They kind of make almost
Wow.
like a zigzag, like Tetris path through this room. But there's enough room to move around adequately around them. But it is like a wider hallway sort of deal. Okay. Do you all want to long rest, or is there anything you'd like to do before that?
I kind of want to figure out what our quick game plan is, other than take
Sure.
a break.
Yeah, well, Winnie's long rest is not the same. But I want to pop on my detect magic goggles while we're in here. I don't want to take anything because, like, friends with the Tritons, even if they don't know it, as tempting as it is, But I'm just curious as to if there's anything cool in here, just for being nosy purposes.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, it's storage. There's no weapons even stored in here. This is kind of just like general supplies. So you can, I mean, most of the black mithril gives off an aura of magic. It is a somewhat magical substance. I don't think anything else in here necessarily would.
I'd like to have a little talk with Kallista before we go to sleep, but Acacia, you want?
No, I just wanted to ask what the game plan was once we're. That's just it. Like, what's the next steps?
Proximus, Dominera?
I think we need to find a way to show Paimon for what he truly is. I just am not sure how to do that without to get everyone on board. We have a lot of closed minds that we need to open.
You
And
wanna-
I had to take Proximus's eye to open mine. He only has one more.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the most efficient system. Did you want to find the elders still?
We could try. Proximus?
I feel like convincing the elders will get the backing of the rest of the Tritons. But I could be wrong.
Is there any? Well, one, how many elders are there? And two, is there one that would be easier to talk to and see reason than the others, and then they can work on everyone else? Domino effect?
Right.
Dominera
think,
effect.
I am surely things have changed since I have been gone, and since Dominera has been gone. I think the other mid-sea knights that are helping us would probably know that.
When I
And then-
left, Arceus was still in charge, and there were 4 others aside from him
So total of 5.
at the time. It worries me that Paimon has assigned a single champion and 5 knights besides. That is new. And something seems off about them.
I'm wondering
This is for Derek.
Mhm.
Do I recognize them?
I think we talked about that you definitely recognize Vindictus. He was the one that, like, when you were assigned as arbiter, like, you had in your head maybe a couple more arbiters down the line. He was thick-headed enough and like passionate enough, zealous enough that like he was going to stab anybody in the back that he needed to, maybe literally, maybe not, but like he was a hardcore enough believer that if Eula needed to pick somebody that was just gonna do what she wanted to, whatever she wanted,
Not
he
ask
was
questions.
he was going to be that guy. For the others, you probably had seen a couple of them. They're all younger than you, but they all were like in that same kind of clique as like the overachievers and the ones that, like, for the Tritons, for the Nalos that weren't as successful on the training grounds or on missions or anything like that. This is the group that would bully the fuck out of them.
Sorry, this is in response to what Dominera said about how they seemed off.
Mhm.
if they seem off, my first thought goes to, what if they made a deal with Paimon? For
It is
power.
possible.
They need to, though, if he just came in and was like, oh, I'm friends with Eula.
It's not, I'm not talking in the way of getting them to listen. I'm talking in the way of, like, new abilities and power.
Mm.
Derek, when we saw the champions, could we see any of their weapons?
Yeah, they seem to be carrying, I mean, black mithril. As far as you could tell, the armor was, so one thing you notice is the armor was a lot more intense than even what Proximus or Dominaria wears. Like, they are full plate, full helmets. They're Proximus wore, when he went to the surface, I have to imagine, was wearing armor that's meant for both protection but also for traveling. He had to go a decent bit. And the assumption is that, as you know, an arbiter, he's not going to be standing in one place. These guys are National Guard. They don't have to worry about long distances. They're not really traveling outside of where the Nalos are based. So their armor was a lot more intense. Their weapons were typically, I think I said, swords and tridents, spears, glaives,
Okay.
pole arms,
It all
primarily.
seems
along with shields.
reasonable for what the Nalos would have. Nobody had anything weird.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Okay.
What you worried about, Jen?
Nothing.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
What's the goal with the champions? Convince? Remove from the picture? If they're major zealots, would we have any options other than to... And I'll just, like, make a cutthroat munch motion.
Lock them up and let the elders deal with them later?
Transport them to the Kraken Den?
Okay, I thought you were saying, like, minimal loss of life. But yeah, that's...
I didn't. We would not kill them. Maybe
It's
just
6 people. That is minimal.
But I mean, Scarlett, weren't you in, like, a jail type area without, like, potential baby Kraken?
Yeah, I was in behind bars. Murder Stone.
Hmm.
It
I don't
wasn't
know.
empty other than me, but
I don't know much about these guys, but Vindictus looked very punchable from where I was standing.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are very punchable. Which isn't to say they're not.
I think I have a great judgment of who is very punchable.
Acacia's right on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can think a lot of people are punchable, but like, this is...
Am I wrong?
No.
Ogden was very punchable.
Ogden is
Handbeer's
still
very
very
punchable.
punchable.
Vindictus is punchable.
Punch clock is right twice a day.
Excuse you.
But yeah, if we're trying to, like, non-lethally deal with them, that's important to keep in mind too.
And like we said, we don't know what's happened to them. We don't know if there has been any changes. I think the best thing to do is get them out of the way. But I think our main goal here is to convince these people that they are subjugated, and then move to undo what Paimon has done.
So they gotta sleep sometime.
Like,
Right.
I don't disagree with the whole plan, but I hate it when being a good person interferes and puts us at a disadvantage.
That's the problem with being the good guy. Which
Or
we
at
aren't
least
always.
the
but-
morally ambiguous guys.
This time it's Okay, so the way I see it, we can either try to avoid them entirely, which is unlikely, depending on where we're going. Get someone else to waylay them, which I kind of like. Assassinate them, depending on this mysterious Derek's views on coup de grace. Or confronting them and like I don't
Trying
know,
to convince
knocking them
also.
out or something. Oh yeah, or convincing them. I guess that's also an option. But I feel like if
Proximus and-
they were super convincible, probably wouldn't be in the car. But maybe.
Yeah.
Questions.
Yeah.
Proximus and Dominara, or Winnie, if you have anything on you, what is your medicine like down here? In terms of like herbs, tonics, plants? I don't know much about underwater herbology.
It is
Do you-
wet.
Oh yeah, it's wet, of course. What I'm
It
trying
is
to get
weird
at,
as wet. Weird and wet.
do you have anything that can be used as when you try and knock someone out because they're in pain?
Hmm.
Oh, that is funny. No,
No, I didn't think so.
no, that is part of it. If you get hurt and you need medicine, you need to hurt more because you shouldn't have gotten hurt in the first place.
Good to know.
It is a
Okay.
lesson.
Do y'all not have sharks down here? Like, do
This
they not
deep?
kill?
No.
Okay. Just wondering about the blood and stuff. That makes sense.
Because I was gonna say if we can slip something into their drinks to make them just go to sleep for a little bit and transport them to the cells.
Well, I do have some poison. Like, if you don't give them all of it, like, not enough to
Pretty
kill them, but poison will kind of mess you up a little bit. I
pretty
do have
sure
that
I have
on
some.
hand.
I think I still have some too. Lily
Um,
Valley poison. Or did I give that away? I can't remember.
Oh my gosh, look at all this. Nothing useful. Cool.
Now I'm really curious. Do I still have my Lily of the Valley poison?
Oh, I also have antitoxin, which is also useful. I might be able to
Nope.
overnight something if it's a very low level potion. I have to check how long it takes to make those.
I'm just spitballing. That's really
yeah.
it. Alternatively, we could just lock him in somewhere.
Oh
Put a
my gosh,
big
wait.
boulder in front of the door.
Do they all hang out together? That'd be really useful.
Anyway, maybe when your companions get back, we can ask about the current elder leadership and get a
Yeah.
read.
Let's get some rest. I
Yeah.
think we could all use it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click that button for a long rest. And
Before we go to sleep, I would like to sit down next to Kallista. Which is gonna be real awkward if she's standing, but I don't care.
Kallista has wedged herself into a corner because she knows she's not going to be able to lay down in her armor to sleep, so she's just like in a corner so it will hold her up and she can sleep like that. Try to sleep. I don't know how well it's actually going to work, but
On the wall directly across from Kallista, like in her line of sight, little Jeffrey is drawing a like crayon like window with like a green field and like a little blue sky on the wall. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's about as good as you think it is. But you can tell what it is.
It's so cute.
It's
Um,
adorable.
Look, I don't know if it's useful, but I was thinking about what Acacia was saying about potions and stuff, and I had nothing. But I was thinking about other stuff that I have. And I know you're into like that religion and stuff. So I know you have the shield. And I like the shield. But you can't really fly down here. Maybe. I don't actually know what that would do. But I don't think it's that useful. It doesn't help your swim speed, does it?
It does not.
Okay, would you like something that's a little more like goddess tuned, maybe?
Sure, yes.
Cool, okay. She's gonna slap her hand on your shield, and it's gonna stay a shield, but you see the like swan motif kind of like melt off into Winnie's hand. And then she's gonna take her hand and hold your hand with it. No. You have something, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
So the entire time you're talking to her,
Yes.
she's holding her amulet of the Changebringer and has just been like something that only Proximus has seen her doing before when we were in the Hells. She's just running her thumb over it like a worry stone kind of thing.
Then she'll hold her hand out instead and say, may I? You don't have to take it off.
No, she'll hand it over.
Yeah. And Winnie will take it, and I will let you say what it looks like now, as Winnie imbues it with a, what is it, +2 amulet of the devout.
Amazing. I think her symbol is normally like, it's a pretty aged copper at this point. Not that it's dirty, it's just, you know, built up years of patina on it, and I think you doing that maybe cleans some of that up. It's just a little, it's the same as it was, just a little bit shinier now, in a way that it hasn't been in a long time.
Okay, I hope this works for you and it's not just like a random spiritual connection. I saw the schematic and I was like, this is useful. And then I sort of forgot about it. But okay, good luck.
She's just looking down at it while you're kind of going on this ramble.
Uh-huh.
And then she just pulls you into a hug.
Aww. When you will give Kallista a solid hug back. And let Kallista be the first to let go. She's gonna do the Disney hug.
It's, you know, Kallista's not been much of a hugger. I think she's hugged Winnie before. I think she got a side hug at one point. This, like, you're getting like a full-on actual hug, and it's maybe like a little bit longer than you expected it to be from the not very hug person. And then she just does like that extra little squeeze before she lets go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You all can take your long rest, and that is where we will take our break as well. So stick around. We'll be back in about 10 to 15. Pet Pets, do the things, get something to drink. And please feel free to donate to Feeding America, which is the charity that we're in support of here, that we play in support of. So you can donate at any time and add some incentives to our game. And of course, you can always check out that link and all of our links at beacons.ai/swordandkey. Stick around, we'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Horizon's Call. Let's jump back into things. Let's dive back in. You all have taken your long rest. When you awaken, little Jeffrey is still producing light in the space. We can say that he turned the light off, or at least in nightlight mode, for you all to sleep. When he did her trance, I had a little more waking hours than the rest of you. But with a long rest now in place, is there anything you all want to do before the Tritons come and add to your planning session?
Is there any particular potion, healing, speed, plus AC, bonus to attack roll or saving throw that anyone would particularly like before we get going? I'm not making any flight ones. We determined it's not useful.
I don't think you can go wrong with doing more AC ones.
Yes, I was going to say that was
also didn't think
deeply
so.
helpful before.
So 1, 2, 4 plus ACs. Yeah, okay. I will give everybody, all of the party members, so Acacia, Kallista, Scarlett, and Proximus, a +1 AC potion, and that does temp hit points. I'll put the information in our back chat, but
Please. I just don't remember how long it lasts.
It was like 10
minutes, I think.
is what I think I remember from
Yeah.
her.
It'll be in chat.
I definitely chugged it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not long after you awaken that the door to the smithy opens, and somewhat backlit by the crucible therein and the slight light that's given off by the underwater vent, is Nivea, standing there with Ammonai. The other two Tritons are not present at the moment. And Nivea swims up to all of you. It is very good to see all of you alive. I am very sorry that I swam away as fast as I did. Part of me hoped that you all were following, but as I turned back, I saw that that was not a possibility. But I, for the cause, could not have been captured with all of you, and you have my deepest apologies for that. But
We're
you
already
all
known
did.
public enemies. We're already known public enemies, so
I
That's
too
the
am a
risk.
public enemy. Yes.
We're all
It
still
is-
alive, so that's good. I mean, that's the important part.
It was the correct thing to do.
And because you are alive, we can now get to the planning that I had hoped for earlier. And some time has passed, and so our timetable has it is minimized somewhat. We have all received word that Paimon and the Queen Mother are due for their next State of the Union, their next Great Assembly in but 2 days' time. We have 2 days before they are to address all of the Nelos, and I believe from what I have heard, this is to be the official declaration of war. This is to be the mobilization of the Nelos.
Mobilization to the surface?
I do not know. What I have heard is that we are to attach ourselves to a portion of the outside armies, those of the Leviathan. I do not know what their forces are like, but we are to integrate and from there receive our orders.
Who's been talking? Has been Paimon that's been Paimon and the Queen Mother just talking with the Leviathan Horde?
Yes, as I understand, the orders come from the very top. I am not aware of any of my direct commanders who are in contact with anyone outside of the Nelos.
If there was someone that we can talk to, maybe try and convince them not to let them integrate. Take away that advantage. But that's another risk considering the Leviathan Horde anyway.
And I am not sure that anyone can have a voice that speaks louder than Paimon's or Eula's at this point, or the voice that he has given to Eula, as you have informed me she is not alive. But the Council of Elders have been muted by the Queen Mother's arrival, and they have gone along with everything that she has said. Where they once were leaders to us, they now are sycophantic and silent.
Have you seen any of the elders?
Many of them will stand with the Queen Mother when when Paimon is giving his address. Not all of them. Arcus, who is the one that used to lead them, I have received word that he is not feeling his best. He is quite old. Perhaps this is an excuse. Perhaps he is too frail to stand with them, but he has not been seen with them. Only the other four.
Do you know where Acacia is?
I believe he is being held in his quarters as the head of the army. He is given his due with his station.
Can you get me an audience with him?
With the Grand Master? Yes, probably.
I am not asking for everyone, it's just me.
That will be easier.
Okay.
I will see to that. Is there anything else that I can get for all of you, or any other assistance that we few can provide?
Do you have a map?
We do not have any
Or-
sort of... I can draw one in the sand if you would like.
That's fine. I just
Um,
want to get a lay of the land, because not.
I'll take a map in the
case-
sand.
Yeah. That way,
Uh,
in case we get separated, God's forbid.
She does a, like, as if you were swimming from above, top down, seabird's eye view. So you can see that the Nalos civilization itself is set up almost in a star pattern, like almost a 9-pointed star, where it has these points to it, and at each of those points there's these like smaller outposts. She indicates those as where the sentries would stand, that they can kind of like have that viewpoint where they can see far and around. Otherwise, pretty circular. She indicates several spires, then, of course, the buildings on the outskirts. It's built somewhat into a crevasse, so there is a natural protection around the sides, and then, of course, within that crevasse, the great cliff is where the statue, the edifice of Eula, is carved into the stone itself, and that would be kind of at the northern point if we were going to lay the map out that way. Yeah, it's actually pretty easy to navigate as far as things go. The spires aren't like super uniform because they seem to be carved of like natural rock that was there, and even their exterior isn't flush. It's not, diligently carved, but there's a rough hewness to it. But it does indicate that the peoples typically collect in there, and then there are the external barracks as well.
Proximus, are you gonna go alone when you get that audience?
I just need to talk to him.
Okay.
We should probably find a place to rally afterward.
Meeting point.
Yeah. Actually, we should probably make a few different points.
Little Jeffrey's gonna put a hand on your shoulder and look directly into your eyes as I cast guidance.
Just in case.
He looks at both of you. Thank you.
Oh, before I forget, mind link active.
Okay. Nivea, if there's nothing else, will leave and we'll see about getting the audience with Arcus. Anything else you all wanted to do to occupy your day? I will say that, we could cut ahead. It will be nighttime when she can get that audience, and we'll come back for Proximus, but is there anything you all want to do in the meantime?
One final question. It can just be a yes or no. The 4 other elders that aren't bedbound because of their age, have they been seen outside of standing with Eula?
Yes. Yeah, they all have duties. All of
Okay.
the elders are members of the military, so they're all like slightly lower commanders than Arcus, but yes, they are
Okay.
seen on the training fields.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. My
Mhm.
initial thought was like, what if they are also just an illusion, but if they're actually seen doing active duty?
Yes. Yeah.
And
Good call.
yeah, no, that was a good question. Arcus was headmaster when Proximus is prequel, correct?
Yes, he's Grandmaster of the Nihilist battalions.
That was the first time we saw him, canonically.
Yes, yeah, he verbally berated Proximus for being lazy.
Wait, was he also your psychopomp when we were in the Shadow?
Sure was.
Sure was. Yep.
Need somebody to yell at you in life and afterwards.
Yeah.
Um.
Negative self-talk. I hear his voice.
Anyway. Is since you asked if there's anything we need, how big are these ingots? Is there like a half an ingot somewhere?
If
What
you
I
wanna-
would like to do is I would like to borrow an ingot if possible.
Em and I looks and says, yes, sure. They are all going to a cause of, it sounds like, the decimation of my entire people. So if you want to borrow one, I don't need it back.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect. It is going to sprout some little arms and legs then.
Nope, I regret it. You can't have it.
I'm making a little tiny servant who's just
Okay.
gonna ride on little Jeffrey's back for now.
Winnie, what the fuck?
Well, it's resilient.
What the fuck?
For color, I don't think mechanically that will make any difference. I would argue it does, but not
Argue
with
all you
any
like.
heart. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna name you Inga. Inga the Inga.
Aw. I should make more little friends for you.
Okay.
No.
Anyway.
Can I have an army?
I don't think I can make that many of them at one time. But we can talk about it.
Try harder.
Okay, well, if you're gonna
That
talk
is your
like that,
mother.
yeah,
That's sounding
no,
like Dominara right there.
yeah, if you're gonna have an attitude, A, you can't hang out with Dominara anymore, and B, no army for you or Dominara.
Seashells.
Watch your mouth, mister.
What a brat.
With that weird exchange, Nivea then goes, okay, I'm going to go. The hours pass. And it is one of those weird days where you feel like you can't really do anything. Where are you going to go? There's so much that needs to be done, but the possibility of achieving it, not really a thing. So rest is all that you can do, and occupy your minds and your bodies to prevent the boredom and stress that creeps in like the cold around you.
Question
Yes.
is, down here, what kind of animal wildlife is there that's just kind of like vibing? Rabbits?
In the
small
room,
fish?
nothing.
Not in the rooms, just down
yeah.
here, period. Like,
Down here, you're gonna have like bottom feeders. So you'll have like deep sea crustaceans. You might have like some spider crabs that live pretty deep. There's gonna be every now and then some bioluminescent things swimming around. I think we've established that dragonfish are down here. Some anglerfish as well, and things like blobfish. Just all sorts of deep sea things. There's some pretty big isopods that are crawling around here and there, like the really chunky ones that are like this big and have like all the little claws on the bottom.
To Dominar and Proximus, do you think it's worth trying to scout as an animal, or should I not risk it?
If you go out there, you will be on your own. That is all I can
That's the
say. But
problem.
I know that it seems that Paimon has some sort of sight beyond what a normal person can see.
That's
I am not sure
right.
about any of those that serve under him.
Okay.
Hey, this is an open question, but specifically directed at Scarlett. Do we think, or do we know if Paimon has like psychic damage or like skills or what have you?
Other than being a sarcastic asshole, I'm not sure.
Well, like does attract like which I mean, someone help me
Does
out.
Jeffrey get it from Dominara, or is he getting it from Winnie? I have to wonder.
Good news, I can make 10 tiny servants, so
Oh.
be careful, because I could make that army if they really don't give a shit about these ingots.
Little Jeffrey's platoon.
Fine, I'm gonna do it. So that's we don't know on the psychic. Oh, no, on the psychic.
You've not seen Paimon in battle ever.
No. Probably for the best. Okay.
I'm trying to remember the Longinus fight.
He was
Because we
there.
did at least fight another powerful devil as a
True, we did.
baseline.
You did. What stat block did I use for him? I tell you what, if Kallista wants to do a history check, I would say that Kallista would be the one to have the best knowledge of what Paimon is actually capable of.
Mhm.
I'm going to use one of my rerolls because that was atrocious. That was better, but it's still not going to be great. That's just a 14.
Okay. With a 14, Kallista would know that Paimon is, at his core, a deal maker and a businessman. Everything that he does is about making deals where he can get the most profit out of it, and profit not always monetarily, but sometimes in the currency of souls. To that end, he is not a brawler. He's not a pit fiend. He is one that uses words. He's a charmer. To that point, as far as damage goes, damage might be along the lines of psychic, although it's more the effect that he can have on a person. He can absolutely talk his way into anything. Where he gets into trouble is when he gambles and loses. That's his biggest weakness. But one-to-one in a conversation, he's going to win every time. And you're not even going to realize that he's won until it's already too late.
So a wax in the ears type situation.
Hmm.
Devils don't always need to be heard to be convincing.
Great.
I'd rather fight a pit fiend than deal with these slick motherfuckers. It's more
Good
straightforward.
choice.
No.
When he's just like hanging these little tiny servants all over, like a barrel of monkeys over little Jeffrey. Which is funny because now that I think about it, they're all tiny. Some of them might have to go in the bag.
Little Jeffrey's put on a blue conical hat with stars on it and red robes, and all of a sudden they're just all over the place. And
They just look like brooms for some reason.
Don't make me draw that.
We don't need that heat coming from Disney. Talked about that before stream. Okay. Anything else before Nivea returns? Okay. The hours pass. Again, dealing with boredom, however you choose to do. Nivea returns. You can reason that less than 24 hours have passed, but long enough that this is probably right around the time that you were rescued the night prior. What you probably assume is night, since this is when you can also presume that this is when the Nalos are primarily sleeping. All right, Proximus, if it is just you, I need you to come with me now. I have secured a brief window of time, but we must be quick and we must be quiet. Leave anything you do not need, and let's go.
Proximus, before you go,
Yeah.
I would like to go up to him and gently tap him on the shoulder, and I would like to cast Freedom of Movement on him. So you touch a willing creature for the duration. Your target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells other than magical effects can neither reduce your speed nor cause the target to have the paralyzed or restrained condition. Blah, blah, blah. Swim speed, you already have that. In addition, the target can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles or a creature imposing the grappled condition to it. Just in case.
I appreciate it.
Last about an hour.
Okay.
Going with Nivea?
Yeah.
Give me a stealth roll.
And then, what's guidance again?
Plus-
It's been so long since I've used
so
guidance.
1d4.
Guidance.
1d4 plus d4.
Yes, although if you are right in front of Winnie, you can have a +5 instead of using your guidance. Although I could just recast guidance. +5 is going to be better anyway.
Oh yeah. That is a +5, 21.
Great. Quickly,
My stealth isn't
silently.
bad, actually. I was kind of surprised.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Quickly and silently, you swim out of the smithy with Nivea, once again shrouded by the darkness, staying away from the bioluminescence that otherwise perpetually illuminates parts of the Nalos. You swim on the outskirts, taking what you can only imagine is the long way round. You know where Arcus Midnight resides, just off to the side of where the great edifice of Eula stands. That is where the Grand Masters have their home. Not far from the visage of the Queen Mother, not far from where the throne sits, but still not present for the throne. They aren't meant to be rulers, they're not meant to be royals. They're meant to be those who have lived through experience and who can impart their knowledge to others, those who have wisdom to pass along. And so you swim along these rocky cliff sides into this crevasse further and further until you see the place that you know he resides. And it's humble by all means. There's just an outcropping, a doorway, an entryway in the rock that's been carved. You can see that there's a little bit of bioluminescence that streams out of what might be a window, slightly smaller than whatever the doorway is. Over the doorway, there's another bit of coral door. And swimming outside is a Nalos dressed in armor, carrying a glaive and a shield. Nivea doesn't seem to be deterred at all when she sees him, and he looks over. And she continues to swim closer and closer, and he nods and swims up and away as she approaches. Like I said, we have a brief window. I was able to do a little bit of bribery and blackmail. Not a big deal.
Just another Tuesday.
What is Tuesday?
Right.
She swims up to the door and hovers next to it. Your time is ticking. You must go. I will wait out here. And I will signal if there's trouble.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm.
I know you are risking a lot for this. I appreciate you.
Only my life.
What is Tuesday? And then he'll go through the door.
It's as humble inside as it is outside. The stone has been carved to where there are places to sit, places to set things. It's tough having what would be considered like a standard home underwater because, yes, while there is gravity, a lot of things just hover and float, and maybe float softly to whatever the ground is, but there's sediment along what would be the floor. Again, there's some bioluminescence that's held in different places where we might put lights just to illuminate the space, but it is still pretty dim in here as far as things go. There doesn't seem to be anybody in this first room, and you know that further in is the only other room in this home, a place where the resident would sleep. And you hear a voice come from that next room. No doorway, or no door necessarily separating the threshold of that door.
Who is that? I do not need any assistance now. Please, just give me... Just leave.
It is I, Proximus, old man.
There's an uncomfortable bit of silence. I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Uh, 19 plus 3, 21 plus 2, 23. Is that right?
You
Yeah.
narrowly avoid a stick, spear. You're not exactly sure. Something comes flying directly, like dead set between your eyes, and you are able to dodge just out of the way as it smashes on the stone behind you.
Why is
And
this everyone's reaction when they see me?
out of the doorway swims a very old Triton. The color faded much from his bluish purple skin, his eyes still glowing that yellowish green glow, but the lines on his chitinous face betray his age.
That was my cane. You should have caught it with your face like I trained you to do.
It is good to see you also. It has been way too long.
There is a reason for that. You are not supposed to come back.
You're right. You
What
all
are you-
sent me away, never to see me again. But here I stand. Isn't
Yes,
that
you-
curious?
Here you stand, a heretic.
Heretic, hero. It's funny how they start with the same word, same letter.
Hmm.
The thing is, you know and I know that things are different than what everyone else perceives. So, are you perceptive or not?
Looking at you, I can tell you I still have both of my eyes. I see more than you ever have, boy.
That is for sure. Or maybe, just maybe, I give this eye up for a sight that you will never see.
What is that?
Huh?
What is it that you see that I do not?
This Queen Mother is not real. Paimon is pulling strings to this puppetry that has held our people for too long. Eula before that. This is not the life for the Nalos that I want to see in the future. It has been way too long since the Nalos have been free. And it must come to an end.
I have never known the Nalos to be free. You are asking me, a man who has no future, to imagine something that he has never seen before. Have you seen freedom, Proximus? Do you know what that is, even? What it would mean for our people?
I have not seen it for the Nalos, but I have seen it for myself.
And what
I
has
want
it brought you?
Much pain,
Yeah.
but it has also brought me to know that everyone should have a choice. That choice should not be made for them. When has a noble Triton ever given up? Whether they see their death coming or whether they don't.
So if you are to be the future then of the Neros, what does that mean? Everyone has a choice. Everyone gets to make their mistakes, feel their pain. Then what?
Then we live as others do.
Uncivilized, chaotic.
Fulfilled. Happy.
Happy. I thought I'd beat that word out of you.
Ah. It seems that no one ever has. All these years. You can continue to do the same thing over and over again. Or maybe we change some things. And try something new for a change.
I am old, Proximus. I am old and tired. Change sounds... my back hurts already just thinking of the word.
I don't need you to do the heavy lifting. I
Then
just
what?
need you to be who you are. An elder. An advisor. The Grandmaster. The one that speaks the truth. Speaks the truth into light. You have influence, old man. Use it. I sure hope you didn't give up yet.
Death has not found me yet.
Well,
So what? What is your plan then? I go out and I say something. I would have my head taken by Paimon. Are you going to stand by my side? Or are you going to fend off those blades?
He wants my head more than he wants yours. I will be by your side. But we all must be by each other's side. There is more of us than there is of him. And we are united. And together we must stand against him. Against them. Against anyone that may subjugate our people. You know it. You've had questions. Don't let your life pass you by seeing all these people go through the same thing that we did. Let them have a choice.
All of this optimism, all of this hope. If I didn't know better, I would say that a fool trained you. But it seems you might have been listening a little bit. Not enough to keep that, it seems. He points at your eye. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Charisma is high. Oops. I'll take the 17 plus 4, 21, and 22.
He turns and silently walks back into the darkened secondary room, his bedroom. And a few moments later, he walks out, and he is carrying another wooden stick that he thwacks softly against the middle of your head.
Got you that time. All right then. Heretic. Help me put my armor on and tell me what you need. You all right? We have been under a strange thumb, an outsider's rule for far too long. I've seen it. I have done nothing. If there's one thing that I can do before I die, it is make up for my cowardice in life and do what I can to keep my people from dying. So, what is the plan?
If you'd like, we can cut away at that point.
Yeah,
Unless you
yeah,
do
we
want to
can-
detail that
I'll
out.
fill him in on
Yeah.
what's been going on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Derek.
Got you, dude. A little while later.
You're always a good papa to me.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you. A little while later, you return with Nivea back to the smithy. Your companions, your crew, all waiting for you.
Thank you, gods, you are not dead.
Not for. I'm trying. It was a shot, and I believe it worked. We may have more influence than I thought.
That's good. Good work. That was very smart of you, Proximus.
Thank you, Winnie. I have my moments.
So, this declaration is tomorrow.
Once you all sleep, because it is quote unquote nighttime, you'll have one day, and then the next day after that you have 2 more days, because it was 3 days from when you were told, So 1 day essentially has passed, so you have 2 more days.
Okay. So the declaration is in 2 days. Should we try and expose them if possible, or leave it to your elder friend?
Well,
We can prove she's not there to everyone else.
I think, and this is just from what's been going on lately, is that we have the element of surprise right now.
Yeah.
If we do small little things here and there, we have a chance that we get caught. I would prefer to, this is just my preference, but to strike when everyone can see.
Yeah.
You know what you need? A
What is
nosy
that?
journalist. Or like the town gossip.
That used to be me.
Okay, well maybe not you. The next
Who's the next you? We need to find the next you.
That's a good
Nivea
question.
just raises her hand.
I knew I liked you.
I have
All right.
always been accused of being a gossip. That is kind of why I am in this position now. The problem is when you gossip to people, they end up getting fed
yeah,
to krakens. Yes.
Mm.
Got it.
It's a real suppression of the free press.
It's too soon, too close to home.
Domeriskasi dies in darkness? Is that something?
Yeah, I think you're onto something. Hey, not for right now, but if we're gonna be here for another minute, does anyone have like a scrying ability available tonight?
Scrying?
Yeah.
Scrying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
I can
have
use
it
my eye.
tomorrow.
I can use my eye.
For what purpose?
I look, just speaking
That's
of
a so
krakens
good
and stuff,
question.
you know that is valid. You're still not showing up. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we can't look at Paimon. He'll
Oh
see that.
no. I was just wondering where Ekmenadon is. She's gonna say that name real quiet. And maybe space it out into 2 words.
The Arcanoloth?
Is that better?
Yeah, what?
The Eula's like #1 Kraken.
Yeah, Ekmenadon was
Okay, never mind.
the mega
That
kraken that you.
Dang!
I
Okay.
was like, I have no idea what's
No.
happening.
I was like,
No, that's fair.
Okay.
Just,
Deep cut.
Ekmenadon was a kraken.
Acacia, right?
No.
No, Acacia
no?
was there. That's
I
when
was
you were
there?
on the. That was when you were in
Yeah.
the Imperial Castle that was atop the Zaratan, and the Zaratan was attacked by Ekmenadon. So you
throwing up the
all saw
collar.
Ekmenadon like
yeah.
very briefly, before it essentially you all blacked out, and then Ekmenadon brought you all to Eula, and then has been somewhere else since. You have not seen Ekmenadon since. But yeah, that is the largest. I mean, Ekmenadon is the legendary kraken.
Explain.
Well, I just, especially if there's potentially rumors of Eula being back here, and we don't know how far that's spread, especially if Paymon's reaching out to like other people, like I almost said the League of Evil. No, not the denizens, the other ones. The
Leviathan?
The Leviathan horde, yeah. Just would probably be coming in this direction, and I would think
Oh.
I'm just Like
He's
one
like,
thing at a
"Well,
time is I just want to know where he is.
Where is my
Yeah,
Eula
find my
type of
Kraken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find my Kraken.
Yeah.
Whether it's the actual Eula or not, if you heard the
I
rumor.
usually ping it from my
Yeah.
watch.
Not
but
an air
we can
tag,
do
but a water
my-
tag.
Yeah.
Above table question, how does that even work? Did she have like control over him? Because you said Krakens don't really like each other. Is that what it kind of
But
boils
she was like
They
a
don't-
god. Like
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
not- yeah.
She has a level of control over all Krakens, despite
Okay.
the fact that Krakens all really don't get along.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Also, was the collar like decorative, or did she actually have him chained places sometimes? Or like, what was the deal with that? Is it just like a symbol of
Who made it? I want to
He's free
know.
range.
free range Kraken?
Part of me
They taste
said
better.
it as a joke, but now it's kind of yeah,
Actual.
Yeah.
You know
Free-
better
free
than to
range
make
Kraken
jokes,
eggs?
Derek.
yeah.
Jeez.
All of my terrible jokes are now canonical.
Hey.
Anyway, watch Harbingers Friday nights.
Yeah.
You get to meet the best NPC.
It's true. Anyway, so obviously not something we have to do, but I'm just getting real about it. That'd be kind of neat. That out. Just an idea. Just noodling around on that and making myself anxious.
I do think for this exact moment, that's not necessarily a huge concern, because that would throw off Paymon's entire game if a Kraken he can't control shows up.
It would. It would just be good to know if that was like, because yeah, I don't think that particular creature would be super keen to learn that stuff's going on. I don't actually know how much he thinks about I don't know. Scarlett, you know him better. I mean, you two kind of fought over being the favorite for a while there.
So, speaking of what Kallista just said, having a Kraken here would put a huge one he can't control, a huge massive dent in things.
I mean, yeah, we could also call him, like, give a little, like,
yeah, sending.
beacon. Sure. What did you do with, I'm pretty sure Winnie was aware of this, but I might be misremembering. When Acacia drunkenly signaled, not Paimon, Panveer.
Panveer.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a flare, right? Like a mental flare?
I put a star in the sky that was essentially a beacon, but I don't think a Kraken's gonna be looking at the sky.
Maybe
You want
he's
to-
just in the gutter looking at the star.
Somewhere.
Maybe he's the Kraken version
Oh,
of
jeez.
Oscar Wilde.
Like, as much as I would love the idea of a random Kraken just fucking up Paimon, that means we have to deal with a Kraken that we
Happy
also
Pride, now we
cannot
have a gay
control.
Kraken.
Also, as a reminder, if Paimon dies up here, he just goes back to the Hells
Correct.
pissed.
Yeah, but
So,
then we have a year to deal with them down there, right?
I don't know where you got a year from.
I don't know. The Hells are not really my specialty. Can he come back immediately? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Rakshasas.
Yeah. Why would we have to think about them? And
I
then
don't
just,
know
like,
why you're thinking about that. I'm just saying
Tank
I'm
turn
pretty
to
sure that's the thing
Scarlett.
that takes some time to regenerate. Kallista, when you're like, why would you bring that up? She also looks uncomfortable, but she's like, why would you bring it up? Like, it's absolutely deflecting.
Okay, so we can't
What did you
kill
hear?
him.
I had a very brief idea of you doing planar binding on him, but that would just piss him off more, and I don't think I'd be able to succeed.
I don't want to summon a Kraken. I want to just make sure that we can show the people that A, Eula is not real, and B, that Paimon is an outsider taking control.
Did anyone get a good look at how she moved when she was there?
Lainey has keen mind. Would she remember how she moved?
Talking about Eula?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a pretty close rendering of, from what Winnie would know and Acacia meeting her the one time, but you mostly just saw her sitting on the throne and she had her, her dead-eyed smile and, she looked very much like the statue that you see. And I think Scarlett might have noticed maybe some inaccuracies here and there.
She was wearing
just like the jewelry was off, something like that. But
she was wearing like dress, clothes, armor.
Yeah, she was wearing probably what Scarlett might have seen something similar to her wearing last, which is like this flowing kind of shimmery white robes. She doesn't wear armor. She has bluish skin, long fingernails, dozens of rings and necklaces and all of this.
Is it basically what her statue looks like?
It's very similar to, yeah.
So
he got a few of the mannerisms down though.
Yeah. Copy the homework, just change it a little.
Oh my god, right? So my one idea is trying to show that she's not other than like outright attacking her, because that would be a terrible idea. How good is Paimon at controlling her in the moment? What if we move the water around her in a swift current? That would force a normal person's clothes and hair to move with the current. But would he notice that? Would he be able to do that real time, quick enough? Sure. Or would that illusion just stay as is while everyone else would be affected, pushed along a little bit?
Or is he concentrating on it?
Yeah.
Related, is anyone able to make a person less perceptive? Mechanically speaking, lower their wisdom? Like, on a check?
I can't remember off the top of my head. But my guess is out of all the classes, probably cleric would be the closest.
There's nothing there is a spell that I know wizards have, but I can't, because I used it in my old campaign. It was something, it did psychic damage, but then also imposed disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Also, I think bestow curse also would be one as well.
Oh shit, maybe.
Yeah, I used to be able
to touch for that. So.
Yeah, no. Fuck that shit.
I used to be able to like do like a little like reverse guidance thing, or reverse bless type thing, bane somebody. Bane? But I forgot how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I can do bane. That's 30 feet, but also just does a D4, a minus a D4 on checks. It's just the opposite of bless. Bestow curse does do disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with your chosen ability. That said, I do have to touch for that, and then they make a save against it, and then I have to maintain concentration. There's a lot of levels to that.
No, that one's not. I mean, it sounds, that one would be handier for me and little Jeffrey, but that's not gonna work. Oh, probably not worth the cost. I was thinking of like just sketching a little glyph on it. But we'll put that in the back pocket for now.
Also, it can't move more than 10 feet, so it's not like you could put something on little Jeffrey and then send him in like a bomb.
Right.
Yeah, no, true.
As great as that would be.
Be the bracelet? But anyway, the reason I was asking is because I've got this flask here, see? And currently it is occupied by Nightmare Beast. But if we took care of that, we could try and shove Paimon in there.
Oh.
But he has to not be paying super close attention. Mechanically, it's a DC 17 system saving throw. But it's a thought. And also, like, we would still have to deal with the Nightmare Beast, which might just drown now that I think about it, which would be really sad. I don't really like that idea. Maybe we could just kill it in a different way. But, banish it? I don't know. Anyway, it's a thought. We could just shove him in a flask and then never open it again. I wish I had my mirror.
Sorry.
I don't love the idea of shoving him into that flask for so many weird reasons.
Oh, he'd fit. Like, there's more room on the inside.
That's weirdly not one of the concerns. But, ignoring that, my question regardless is, are we waiting for everyone to gather and then trying to make a show of doing something at this declaration, where we then have almost the same problem we just did trying to sneak in, which was as soon as it's clear we are there and we're not supposed to be, we just end up surrounded by 10,000 very angry Tritons again.
To answer your question, Eva, also Hex will give a disadvantage on a certain ability check. But that's a warlock spell.
Yeah, my dual concern there is the 10,000 angry Tritons, and then also annoyed payment. Because, like, if we could deal with him quietly first, then that wouldn't put the Tritons at risk, and then convince them or not, without having to worry about him retaliating in some sort of hideous backstabbing fashion.
The issue is, people have already mentioned it. You try to do things slowly under his nose. He finds people, throws them into the Kraken lair. Try and get rid of him. He's gonna go back. If we kill him here, he's gonna be back in hell and then returning easy. The hardest part, but probably what would be the most effective, is a quick emotional turn of everybody very quickly so he cannot rally them. So they turn around and bite him. But that's incredibly difficult, and I
also
My
puts them at
concern-
greater risk.
My concern is not killing him or forcing him to go back to the hells in which he came.
I would
It's-
love to get rid of him.
I, too, would love to, and have probably said that I was going to many times to his face. That is not my concern. My concern is freeing the people of the Nalos, and as long as he does not have control of them, then that is what matters here. So,
There's an
if we could
option
do-
that has not been suggested.
let's hear it.
Also, it's a terrible one, but it is still an option. Strike a
I
deal
think
with
all
him.
of them are. Oh, jeez.
Right? See, no, it's bad, but it is.
No, it was a terrible idea, which is why.
But it
I
is
thought
what
of it too.
it's his
It
language.
would probably work.
Yeah,
It is.
That's
Oh.
yeah.
you'd be bound.
But I hate the idea.
Oh, I do too. It's very bad.
Didn't that already get suggested and he made it very clear he had no interest in any further deals?
From us.
I think from me, yeah.
Oh, that might be true. I kind of assumed it was the whole group of us. But
Probably, yes.
I mean, he said he was, to be fair, when he said he was not interested in it from Proximus, he indicated he had made a deal that essentially gets him the entirety of the Nalos as a soul coin treasure trove. It's going to be hard pressed to beat that.
Right.
Hey, we're out of the whole him showing up on the ship thing, right? That was part of like a contract that was broken, or does he still
No.
have that loophole to show up?
That's why he still had
Yeah.
to be nice to Scarlett.
Yeah, his contract was partially voided by Proximus, but the like contingency clause still holds that, you know, he still has a contract in perpetuity with Scarlett.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But part of that is like he can't like show up on the ship to do deals and then also like murder everyone on the ship, right? I don't know. I didn't make that deal.
The
Oh wait,
So-
no, I was there for that part. No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
No, just Marcus.
Yep. Man, Marcus is a witness to so much weird shit,
He really
This
is.
poor man.
He married Scarlett.
but also the witch fang.
he knew what he was getting himself into.
Yep.
Willingly did that.
Yeah, no, all of it with consent, enthusiastic consent. Yeah, no, Winnie does have keen mind. I can't remember if she had that when the contract was signed and everything, but you all read over the contract.
She did at that
can't
point.
remember- Yeah,
It does technically only last a month, so I will be
Oh,
straight up
excuse
with
me.
that.
But your intelligence is so high anyway. I feel like you.
I will leave that to Derek for. I do believe I do have a copy of that contract, so I could.
okay. I mean, if you wanted to roll that out and see what the language is.
Only if it's not going to
Hey,
lead.
You
I will save
had
it
a-
for later if I need to.
It's an
You had
infernal
a-
contract. You literally can't destroy it.
you had a written copy of the contract about doing the Longinus thing, but the contract for
Yeah, I never saw the
Scarlet
Scarlet thing, but I couldn't
was-
remember if he
was
had
a-
added
was
that.
purely-
Verbal.
That
was
was
purely a verbal agreement.
Yeah.
Jen can tell you that the verbiage in their their verbal exchange was that he would be able to go onto the ship once a month to do business.
That was my
So-
recollection as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, depending on how that gets defined, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's whatever he just feels like defining as business at any given point in time. So,
Terrifying.
But there was also nothing in it that said Scarlett cannot bar anyone on the ship from doing business.
yes.
Correct.
That's true. Which
problem is
Scarlett has
does
blocked
his-
the door before.
Does his business become just killing the whole crew? Like, where does that line? That's what I'm more concerned about.
What's in his best interest for his business?
Exactly. See, hate that.
What's in your pocket?
Currently, I don't really see a
You
benefit.
can't deal with people or manipulate them if they're dead.
We have to kill this fucker.
No, he's
That's
he's
Jen.
from hell. You can deal and manipulate people when they're dead. They're just gonna help.
Yeah,
You
if
just
they
do it
go there. If they go there.
Look, I'm just saying it's his like default setting, right?
It's
Like
his love language.
the tiny servants, sort of like the old airplane trick riders on little Jeffrey's shoulders, like stack on top of each other and make a little heart. Anyway,
If we can narrow down what we think the options are that we are considering, I can call in a favor and get a little bit of extra guidance, but we need to have some idea of what we are trying to do.
Honestly, I might be right there with you. It might not hurt to go as many divine questions as possible.
If we feel completely lost, I can call in a big favor.
Mm.
Or I can ask a couple of questions and get some pushes in some directions. If you're
We have a couple
not-
days to think about it.
Yeah, I feel we're not working with enough. I feel we're not working with enough information to actually come up with anything that might resemble a good plan, but I don't know if there's a way to get any of that information.
if I had questions, it would be if Amon can reasonably be negotiated with non-violently. I mean, that would be ideal for a number of reasons.
I really want to see him completely removed from the playing board.
Above table, we know that you have the coin hammer thing, right?
You, above table, everyone knows that my hammer can trap somebody in a soul coin. Scarlett is the only one who knows that I do not believe the hammer is actually strong enough to capture Paimon, and I have a backup plan for that. Scarlett is the only one who knows that part.
So the rest of us would reasonably think that that would stop him from showing back up in hell.
Yes, I think we had a conversation back on the ships where this came up of, like, what do we do about Paimon? And there was definitely an allusion to, like, Kallista's planning on using the hammer to trap Paimon.
Yeah, which is why I was just going to bring it
Yeah,
up.
so I think that had already been established in-game as well, so that was kind of Kallista's plan coming into this.
Do you still plan on using the hammer as in removing from the picture, if possible?
I would love to, for a number of reasons. I think anything that leaves him any flexibility and freedom will come back to bite us. I want him locked away where he cannot find a loophole.
When he looks a little disappointed, but doesn't say.
I worry about the flask and either it not being, I don't know what limits it might have, and I don't want to find out, and I don't want to end up in a situation where we really feel like we need the flask for something else.
It held an angel.
Yeah, it's,
yes.
So it could
as long as it's
be-
not opened.
Look, I did not meet this angel. I do not know how powerful he was. I do know Paimon is...
He ruined a bachelor party.
He forced everybody to learn math. Like,
Do you know how powerful you have to be to ruin a bachelor party and teach math?
physically forced them, like, with magic to sit down.
So the good news is, if something is released from the flask, such as the Nightmare Beast, which it currently contains, the creature is friendly ? To us for like an hour, so there's like a buffer.
Oh, an hour is certainly not going to be useful in the slightest.
No, but that's only if it's released. So you just don't release it.
You don't intentionally release it. I'm saying...
I can weld. I don't do it a lot because, like, it's not a good idea on the ship. But just a little bit of, I think, probably TIG welding just around the side.
Tell you what, if I die and we can't use the hammer, you can go for the flask.
I think having a plethora of plans and ideas of plans A through L, or however many letters we go, is a great idea.
Wait, do you
Plan
not
A.
want to be resurrected if you die anymore? Because if you don't want to be
I was
brought
just
back-
trying to get away from the flask idea.
Oh no,
That
that's
was
fair. I just
purely
if you were
it.
revoking consent for like
No,
the
I'm not. This
revivify.
is not my verbal DNR. Thank
Good,
you.
okay.
I appreciate the
Just
clarification.
checking. Please let me know, y'all, if you do like change your mind on that, because otherwise, got little Jeffrey's grill at hand.
Anyway, plan A hammer, plan whatever flask.
Is Plan A hammer? We're just gonna go in and like straight up fight him?
No. No.
I mean, that's what that means.
As in terms of getting rid of him, whenever that may be.
That means a fight.
Also, I don't think...
We're going back to the coup de grace,
I don't know.
which is unlikely to come across him sleeping. And can you just ask, like, best course of action, or, like...
I mean, I can ask that. It's going to be a big favor, but I can
Pearl
do
Mac's
it.
not going to help me, so... I haven't asked, but...
If we feel that lost, I can just ask what the Divine would recommend.
Honestly, we're due for some divine luck, to be quite honest.
Thoughts, prayers?
Oh, will it? Will it actually hurt? I don't know.
No,
hope
it,
not.
It
Okay.
will not hurt as long as nothing else happens this evening. Kallista is going to... She's been, like, fiddling with her amulet this whole time. And we'll just close her hand fully around it, and I will use my Divine Intervention to freebie cast Divination. Let me pull that verbiage back up. I'm pretty sure Divination is the one I want, because it's Divination and Commune. Yes, Commune is the yes or no question one. Divination is... Spell puts you in contact with a god or a god servant. You ask one question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. We've established we're within that 7 days, and we kind of know what our specific goal is. The DM offers a truthful reply, which might be a short phrase or cryptic rhyme. The spell doesn't account for circumstances that might change the answer, such as casting of other spells. And then there's a whole thing about if you cast it more than once in 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that. So I'm just straight up I'm just going, hey, God. What's up? What do we fucking do? She's gonna close her eyes, hand around her amulet. We'll use the Divine Intervention and is going to reach out directly and just be like, I am really at a loss here for what the best thing to do right now is going to be to help free these people from Paimon. And some kind of direction would be massively appreciated.
Okay. As you look up from your prayer, your entire surroundings have changed. All of your companions gone. You find yourself standing in a place that you have spiritually stood before, a road and a field that goes on far beyond the horizon, no sign of ocean in sight. It is that smell of springtime grass and trees blooming on the wind. And you see several paths before you. The road that you stand on diverges. And as you try to focus on each of the paths, it seems to kaleidoscope and make 2 more, 3 more, where it's uncertain how many there actually are. All of these plans laid out before you. And you can't see where any of the roads lead to. They all crest beyond. And you hear a voice. So many options. So many places. And yet you're looking for one destination?
I am looking for the one that's most achievable. I know there are many paths, but so many of them feel like so much is up to chance, or can cause more harm than we're trying to fix.
No road is ever guaranteed. No path will always be perfect. Roads may be washed out. They may have trees fall across them. There may be brigands. But all roads will take you somewhere. If you are looking for the road that will be easiest, it will not take you where you want to go. That is not to say the road with the most difficulty will lead you correctly. You are not traveling alone. You have gathered friends to walk with you, voices that matter, that can guide, and you carry something that is most important on this road, and that is the beacon of truth. Truth will always take you where you need to go. And as you find yourself walking this road with thousands of others, also in need of guidance, you must be the Pathfinder. Out of all of the friends you have gathered for this journey, some are less couth than others. He with the backwards hand still waits for you to fulfill your end of the bargain. You seek to stand against someone whose words can twist reality. But again, your truth is stronger than his lies. And he also does not walk alone. But you are many, many more than he. You are stronger than he. On this road, you must walk forward. It is the only correct path. And regardless of what you take, which way you travel, you will find yourself at the destination you seek, because you will not walk alone.
Kallista is actually just quiet here. It isn't even looking anywhere, just looking at the different paths.
As you're looking at all of them, they kaleidoscope back all into a singular path. One that leads straight ahead. And again, you cannot see the end of it. But there's one that lies before you. You know that there are missteps along the way. You know that choices will be made. But one way or another, the road will end. As it always must. Go forth, Pathfinder. Lead yourself and others with your courage and your heart. And fear not the obstacles along the way. They are all part of the road.
Takes a deep breath, enjoying the fact that even though this is not a real space, that she gets an actual, what feels to her like an actual breath of air. And then she will just start walking down that path.
And as you do, your eyes will open, that vision will dissolve, and you find yourself standing where you were before, swimming where you were before.
On the one hand, not as helpful as I would have liked. On the other hand, a bit reassuring that there is no objectively wrong answer. Nothing seems to be a guaranteed failure, and so with that, we can choose what we're most confident in, with the knowledge that we have not been doomed before we start. And that's something.
Proximus, Dominara, you know your people best. What do you think the move is here?
Confrontation is never easy, but I think it must happen in front of everyone. 10,000 Tritons or not.
I think our people will respond best to a show of strength, Subterfuge will only make us seem like cowards. We must be loud and strong, even if they disagree. It will sway many to our side if we can stand in our truth. Confrontation is what the Nalos do.
Get your rest. We'll need it. Thank you.
We have one more
Kallista.
day. Okay. With that, one more day being provided to you all between now and when Paimon is due to make his speech. Let's go ahead and end our session there.
Is Paimon doing the speech or is Eula?
From what Nivea has reported to you, Paimon does a lot of the talking, as he has been placed as the high commander. So he is the one that does a lot of the. She stands there, but
Looks pretty.
yeah, she'll say a couple of things, but he's the one that does a lot of the talking,
All right.
which only further solidifies that she is illusory, a high level of illusion, but illusory all the same. Okay. Let's go ahead and end there for the night. Thank you to this wonderful cast for joining me once again for Horizons Call. This is our multi-year ongoing Nautical 5e campaign. I want to have these lovely people say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. Then I'll do some channel stuff and we will wrap up for the night. So let's go ahead and go around. Mare, where can we find more of your lovely self?
Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. Right now I'm only a Sword and Key exclusive. You can find me here every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, playing your lovely Acacia, who just wants some nice fields to roll around in. You can also find me here on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, running the Invisible Sun game, the Indigo Nexus. We will have one more week in June and then be returning in July. We'll have 2 weeks off, and then I am in the process of getting another game together. It'll be released when we record that last episode. But, you know, once again, scheduling is the BBEG.
It most certainly is. Thank you, Mare. Next up, Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. I have been your Sea Elf Alchemical Artificer trainee. Man, that really doesn't flow off the tongue at all. I need to get with the 5 S's. Next season, Winnie will rebrand as an Aarakocra. Sorry, Michael, for the new art. You can find me other places online, but I don't really post anything. I just repost, so you might as well just follow the Sword and Key socials. You can also find me in the Discord. That's about it. That's all I got. Oh, you can find me tomorrow morning on VSiN for one more probably mysterious session as Neve. God, all I could come up with was Linnea. It's been a day. It's too hot. My brain. Michael, go. It's yours. Go.
Thank you to Eva for running the production work despite the heat. Yeah, Michael, go ahead.
Hey fam, I'm Michael. You can find me at Michael Sandoval, MIKYL, SANDOVAL, on Instagram and BlueSky, mainly on Instagram. I do some art. I throw some things up there, but most of all, you can find me on the Sword and Key Discord channel. I'll be here tomorrow playing VSiN in the same game, where I play Ferdinand, who didn't die last session, so there's that. So yeah, I think the finale of VSiN Salt on Philo. If not, you know, we'll probably go like 18 more sessions. But yeah, That's all I got going on right now. Our Star Wars game on Dax's channel is on a little break while people do summary stuff. So I'll let you know probably on Instagram when that comes back, or BlueSky.
Fantastic.
Bye.
Thank you to Mikyl, as always, for the incredible artwork that you see on screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. Next up is Kaila.
Hi, hello. My name is Kaila. I've been your Siren Storm Sorcerer, Scarlett Shores. Please do not let the 5S alliteration fool you. Sometimes it is a mouthful. I am a Sword and Key exclusive. You can find me here on Saturdays, and TBD on when you can find me to play Life is Strange. It is on Thursdays in the vague future.
Fantastic. And then last but absolutely not least, Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I'm the Lazelda in places. Most of the time I have a voice and don't sound like I've been smoking a pack a day, but you know, allergies, so we'll get there. I've been playing Hades over on my channel, so there's that. Otherwise, if you want to see me do TTRPG stuff, I'm here. This is just here. It's great. And next week is going to be super great, especially because it's season 6, episode 9, so it's the nice number. It's got to be a good game, right?
Gonna be great. I wouldn't worry about it. Thank you to this wonderful cast as always. Like I said, Eva did production work for this game. Kaila and Mare often do production work as well. Mikyl did the art. Of course, Jenn has sourced all of our wonderful dice, which I'll talk about here a little bit more in a second. I am Derek Sword. You see him pronouns. I am the sword half of Sword and Key. Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. I think that you should check out all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. We have all of our links in one neat, nice place. Right up at the top is our Twitch. If you're watching this live, you're already there. You did it. You done it. Go ahead and give us a follow if you haven't already, so you can see when we are live in the future. Behind that, or below that rather, is Discord. So you can hang out with a great community like ours, hang out with cool folks like us, talk about cool games like this, or share pictures of your pets or sports or whatever else. We also have our BlueSky and Instagram links, so if you're checking us out on socials, those are there. We have our YouTube if you're looking for any of our previous streams that are no longer on Twitch. They've been uploaded there. A couple other ways to reach out to us. We also have all of our charitable organizations listed that we're in support of at any given time. There's a couple of evergreen ones. There's our monthly one that we're doing for Pride, which is the Trans Latina Coalition, the second A in Latina being the @ sign. That is a very important organization that works at the intersectionality of the trans community and Latinx community for advocacy and some really important work now more than ever. You can donate to that at any time, and there are incentives built in for whatever the next game is going to be streaming here, which I will talk about once we get to our calendar. Horizons Call plays in support of Feeding America. You can donate at any time to add incentives to whatever our next game is. It doesn't have to be while we're streaming, but it can be if you would like. If you are looking for discount codes, we have those listed on our beacons as well. We have discount codes like for Hit Point Press. We have an affiliate link for them, so if you're going to be shopping with Hit Point Press, getting animated spell cards, or the Unlazicina Una, the Heckna series, Humblewood stuff, any of that, use our affiliate link if you're going to be shopping with them. They've got minis, music, plush, miniatures. I just said minis, but tons and tons of stuff there, so you really can't go wrong. You can also use code Sword and Key for Eldritch Foundry. That gets you 10% off your first purchase. That's for minis, custom minis of your TTRPG character. No matter how weird and wild or normal and mild they might be, you can make a mini of them. You also can use our affiliate link if you're going to be doing any 3D printing. We have an affiliate link that gets you a 3-month subscription, only $19.99, unlimited STL files. It's a pretty good deal. If you're getting your perfect dice set, you should check out Long Dog Dice, which Jenn is the wonderful person for Long Dog Dice. This is the D6 with the Sword and Key logo on it for the official Horizons Call dice. You can pre-order the official Horizons Call dice or any of the other character dice from the show, or just get a set that fits your character best. But you can do all of that with code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase there. We also have our affiliate link listed there if you just want to have that auto-generate as well and you don't have to type that in. We also, I'm going to borrow a friend's code for this next one. Friday Afternoon Tea, the gayest tea shop at the Pacific Northwest. Use code The Lady Dame for 10% off your order there. I highly recommend the official Sword and Tea, which Eva and I helped create. It is a tea that is perfect year-round, whether it's iced or brewed hot, whether it's with cream sugar or just by itself. It's very fragrant, but really mellows out once you have brewed it. It's absolutely fantastic. So definitely check out Friday Afternoon Tea. Use that discount code The Lady Dame for 10% off that order. If you are looking for a podcast about monsters, might I recommend Monster Crush? It's a podcast to do with my friend LD. We talk about cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters from myth, and how smoochable they are. It is a bi-weekly, bisexual, panteratophilic podcast of monster love and celebration. So you can find it wherever podcasts are found. We have a couple of episodes that have come out somewhat recently, one just this past weekend that I did with my friend Shadow, because LD was busy with some theater stuff. So we actually did 2 episodes about haunted dolls and then another one about cursed objects. It was really fun. But again, check it out where podcasts are found if you love monsters or love monsters. Let's head over to our calendar real quick, since it's a slightly busier month this month. So tomorrow, as mentioned, might be the finale, might be the penultimate episode, might be just one in a very long series of episodes. Who knows? This campaign has gone on much longer than anyone anticipated, not in a bad way. But is at 10 a.m. Pacific time is Veasan Salt Upon Her Pillow. Eva and Mikyl will be playing over there. The game is GM'd by Anik. They are raising money for Conservation International. At 3 p.m. Pacific time is the next game in our Pride Month series. That is Redwood's Rumble. That is going to play on the 14th and 21st. It is a kids on bike game based around Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So there's going to be dinosaurs. It's going to be great. We also have movie nights that have moved to Sundays. They used to be Friday nights. They're not going to be every other Sunday, just while Harbingers is playing, which I'll talk about here in a sec. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time is The Green Knight, the 2021 Dev Patel flick, which I've never seen before, which is part of why I do movie nights. Movie nights are free. They're in our Discord. All you got to do is be around to be a part of it. On Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, Shadow, LD, and I play Gate Night. That's where we play Baldur's Gate 3 currently. Not for too much longer, the only video game streamed here on Sword and Key. So we have just gotten all the Netherstones. We beat Gortash, we beat Orin. We're in Act 3. We're like 20 more episodes probably from the end, because Act 3 will always take forever. But we're closer than we were. So check that out. On the 17th at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and then on the 24th as well, same time, as part 1 and 2 of Our Queen Crumbles. That is also part of our Pride Month charity campaign. That is a game being run by LD. On the 18th and then on the 25th are the last 2 episodes of Black Sun Rising, which is a Monster of the Week game being run by Cassiopeia, also part of our Pride Month campaign. And then on Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific time, also part of our Pride Month campaign, but extending beyond the month, is Harbingers, the Horizons Call spin-off of the Hot Topic Goth Kids of Damaris. They have already been sent on their mission, as our premiere was yesterday. So Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific time, check out the Harbies as they go to deal with some vampirates. They're dealing with the more horrific side of Damaris. If you think it's nasty and horrific in Horizons Call, it gets so much worse, I promise. Let's see, on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Indigo Nexus is back. That's the Invisible Sun game that Mare runs. And then Horizons Call is after that at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So, busy month, lots of great stuff, lots of great things to watch. More stuff on the horizon as well, so check all of that out. Tonight, we are going to be raiding Nerds with Dice, who are our charity partners for the Translatina Coalition funds. And Lynn is over there, who is going to be in Redwood's Rumble tomorrow, and has also been in one of our previous campaigns of Nightmares on the Frontier. So check that out. Go over there, spread some positivity, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Until we see you next time, fair winds and following seas, brave mariners. Bye.